I'm Dr. Bill Berkowitz of Life Chiropractic in Grass Valley. If you are suffering from anxiety in any way, it is not your fault. Let's talk about that. You might be wondering, what's a chiropractor doing talking about anxiety? Isn't this the mental health realm? But really, chiropractic addresses the underlying imbalance that results in anxiety. Anxiety is an imbalance in the nervous system. There's an epidemic of anxiety. Go ahead and Google incidents of anxiety in the United States, and you will see that it is rising by the day. And the reasons it's rising are not something that you have control over. And isn't that what anxiety is? It's feeling out of control in the very moment. It's an epidemic. It arises from stress. That stress could have been trauma that happened in childhood. It could have been multiple traumas. It could be physical trauma. It could be emotional trauma. It could be the repetitive stress that we experience every single day of our lives. And what does that stress do? That stress activates the sympathetic nervous system. That's called the fight or flight nervous system. It used to be activated when there was a real threat to our very survival. Now it gets activated many times every single day. And over time, it creates an imbalance where we live in a state of sympathetic overdrive. What does that look like? That looks like a lot of muscle tension. That looks like a rapid heartbeat, higher blood pressure in general. It looks like increased inflammation, poor digestion, impaired sleep, impaired recovery and healing. Just an overall ramped up. Think about what it would be like if you had to fight for your life. You would shut down all of the processes that support your overall well-being in an effort to divert all the energy towards your survival. Because what good is well-being if you're not going to survive to experience it? So sympathetic overdrive. The other half of that, in terms of sympathetic, is the parasympathetic, the vagus nerve. Think of the vagus nerve as your pathway to wellness. Somehow, over time, if you suffer from anxiety, your sympathetic system got activated repeatedly. And over time, that became your baseline, your default way of living from that sympathetic system. And we all respond to different stresses differently. Some people develop digestive problems like ulcers. For some people, it's high blood pressure. And for some of us, it's anxiety. So the pathway out is to increase the tone and activity of your vagus nerve. There are lots of ways of doing that. First, it would be to remove the interference or tension from the vagus nerve, remove any irritation that's stimulating the sympathetic fight or flight system, and cultivate more and more vagal tone in your life. Make sure to check out my website, Life Within Chiropractic, for more information. That's lifewithinchiropractic.com. And also subscribe to all of my social media channels where I post information on a regular basis. Thank you. Good luck with your anxiety.